If you're 65 or older in Canada, there's a headline going around right now claiming a new 2026 law just cut your credit card fees. I went and checked it against the government's own pages, and here's the honest truth. That specific law does not exist. Nobody is mailing you a fee refund. But 6 real rules do exist, and the last one, number 6, is the one almost everyone gets completely backwards. Stay with me, because used the right way, these can quietly save a senior household $300 a year or more. It starts with number 1. Number 1. The real fee cut that everyone thinks is theirs but isn't. There genuinely was a government deal. In late 2023, the Government of Canada finalized agreements with Visa and MasterCard to lower credit card fees by up to 27%, bringing the weighted average down to about 0.95% for in-store purchases. It came into effect in the fall of 2024, and a further Visa cut to 0.77% landed on October 18, 2025. Sounds like great news for you, right? Here's the catch that the scare headlines bury. Every dollar of that cut goes to small business merchants, the shop, the pharmacy, the restaurant that accepts your card. Not to you as the cardholder. Picture a corner store running $200,000 in card sales a year. Dropping from 1.4% to 0.95 saves that owner roughly $900 a year. Real money, but it's the store's money, not yours. It's the store's processing fee that dropped, not your interest rate and not your annual fee. The mistake I see seniors make is sitting and waiting for a rebate or a lower bill that is never ever coming. One man in Ontario told me he watched his mailbox for 14 months, expecting a refund check from this deal. 14 months of doing nothing, while the real savings sat one phone call away. So do this today. Stop waiting for a phantom consumer law and treat the next 5 rules as the real savings, because those are the ones with your name on them. Number 2. The bank account fee your age already erases. This is the easiest $200 most seniors leave on the table every single year. A standard checking account in Canada runs roughly $16.95 a month. Call it $200 a year in pure fees. But most major banks, including CIBC, RBC, BMO, Scotiabank, and TD, waive or heavily rebate that monthly fee once you turn 60 or 65, depending on the bank and the account. The problem is they almost never move you over automatically. You have to ask. I've watched people pay that fee for a decade. $16.95 a month for 12 years is over $2,400 gone, while sitting on an age they qualified for the whole time. One woman finally asked that her branch switched accounts, and the teller backdated 6 months, handing her $101 on the spot for one sentence. Here's your action this week. Call your bank or walk into the branch and say one sentence. I'm over 65. Please switch me to the senior no-fee account and apply it retroactively if you can. Many will backdate a few months of fees on request. Then confirm it in writing and check next month's statement to make sure the fee is actually gone. One phone call, $200 a year, every year for the rest of your life. That's the kind of law that's real. Number 3. The credit card annual fee you can talk your way out of. A lot of seniors are carrying a rewards card with an annual fee of $100, $120, even $150, and barely using the perks. If you're not flying often or spending enough to earn back that fee in points, you are simply paying to hold a piece of plastic. Here's the mechanics. The card issuer would rather waive your fee than lose you as a customer because you're still profitable to them. So the move is to call the retention line and say plainly, I'm thinking of canceling because of the annual fee. Can you waive it or move me to your no-fee card? One retired man with a $139 travel card made exactly that call, stayed on hold 9 minutes, and walked away with the fee waived for a full year. It works far more often than people expect, and if it doesn't, ask to downgrade to the issuer's no-fee version, which keeps your credit history and card age intact. The mistake to avoid is canceling outright in frustration. One viewer did that and watched his credit score drop about 40 points overnight because closing the card shortened his average history and shrank his available credit. Downgrade, don't cancel. Do this once and you've saved $100+ a year with a 10-minute call. Number 4. The 21-day rule that turns your interest to zero. This one is federal law, and it's genuinely in your favor. Under Canada's cost of borrowing rules, every credit card must give you a grace period of at least 21 days on new purchases, during which you pay no interest, as long as you pay your statement balance in full by the due date. Miss that, and interest kicks in at the card's rate, which today sits around 19 to 22% on most cards, and even higher on store cards that can run 29.99%. Here's a real example. Carry a $1,500 balance at 20%, paying only the minimum, and you'll hand the bank roughly $300 a year in interest alone, sometimes more than the purchase was worth. One woman paid the $45 minimum on a $1,500 sofa for years, and by the time it cleared, she'd paid nearly the price of a second sofa in interest. The mistake is treating the minimum payment, usually about 3% of the balance, as the amount you owe. It's designed to keep you in debt. The action step: set up an automatic full balance payment from your checking account 2 days before the due date. Pay in full every month, and that 21-day rule makes your credit essentially free to use. That's a rule that actually protects seniors, and it's already law. Now, a quick reminder before we go further. Hold on for number 6, because that's the one that flips what most people believe about paying by credit, and it can quietly cost you money at the till this week if you don't know it. Number 5. The low-interest card that beats rewards when you carry a balance. Here's a truth the ads won't tell you. If you ever carry a balance month to month, a rewards card is one of the worst things in your wallet. You might earn 1 or 2% back in points while paying 19 to 22% in interest on the balance. That math never works in your favor. On a $2,000 balance, 1% in points is $20 a year, while 20% interest bleeds you $400. Canadian banks offer low-interest cards, often around 8 to 12%, and for a fee of a few dollars a month, some drop the rate even lower. On that same $2,000 balance, moving from 20% down to 10% saves you roughly $200 a year in interest. Real money every year you carry it. One man chasing airline points kept a $3,000 balance on a rewards card and paid close to $600 a year in interest to earn maybe $40 in miles. Switching to a 10% card cut that interest in half. The common mistake is chasing points and travel perks while quietly bleeding interest on a balance that never fully clears. If you pay in full every month, keep your rewards card and ignore this. But if a balance follows you month to month, the action is simple. Call your bank and ask to switch to their lowest rate card, or ask for a rate reduction on your current one. They can and do lower rates for long-standing customers who ask. Number 6. The one most people get completely backwards. Here it is. Paying by credit card can now cost you more than paying by debit or cash, and almost no senior realizes it. Since October 2022, Canadian merchants have been legally allowed to add a surcharge to credit card purchases, up to a cap of 2.4%. So that same government fee cut from number 1, it pushed some businesses to start charging you directly for tapping your credit card. On a $400 purchase, a 2.4% surcharge is almost $10 added at the till, for nothing you can see. Buy a $1,200 fridge, and that surcharge is nearly $29 quietly bolted onto the price. One senior paid for a $3,000 dental bridge on credit out of habit, and only spotted the $72 surcharge weeks later on the statement, long after he could have simply tapped debit. Most people assume paying by credit is always free or even rewards them, and they never look at the receipt. The mistake is tapping credit out of habit on big-ticket buys, appliances, home repairs, dental work, where the surcharge quietly stacks up. Here's what to do. Before any large purchase, ask the one question: do you charge a fee for credit cards? If they do, and you're not earning rewards worth more than the surcharge, pay by debit instead. Debit surcharges are far less common and far smaller. That single question, asked at the right moment, saves you more than any headline law ever promised. So let's bring it home. There is no magic 2026 law cutting your credit card fees, but there are 6 real moves, and together they're worth far more than the fantasy. Your one action this week is the cheapest and biggest. Pick up the phone, call your bank, and ask them to move you to the senior no-fee account you already qualify for. That one call can start saving you $200 a year today. If this helped you, subscribe and share it with someone over 65 in your life, because the people who know these rules keep their money. and the ones who don't find out too late.